Hello my friends, it's Johnaroth, and today I am playing with a new commander from the Through the Omen Path set. Today I play with Neach, Pinnacle Pariah. Now, just to explain this, just as if the artwork maybe confused you, Neach is the arena version of Dr. Octopus, and I will put the Dr. Octopus artwork up on the screen for a moment so you can see that. But basically, they took the Spider-Man cards and turned them into a different version for arena, and I'm not going to go through all of that. But basically, Neach is Dr. Octopus from the Spider-Man set. Neach is expensive. He costs 5 and then 1 blue and 1 black for a 4/8. Other villains you control get +2/+2. Your maximum hand size is 8. And at the beginning of your end step, if you have fewer than 8 cards in your hand, draw cards equal to the difference. So Neach is a very expensive commander, but the difference is that you do get immediate value the turn you bring out Neach, as long as he's alive at your end step. And it's really not as hard as you think with a lot of the ramp that we have. I have talked about expensive commanders in the past, but this one is a little different because of the fact that you actually get to draw all these cards the turn that Neach comes onto the battlefield. Now, we do have a very good Dimir shell, a lot of counter spells and control elements, mana drain, bitter tramp. I do have a lot of new cards in here as well. The Terminus of Return from the Spider-Man set is kind of a mana rock, and I'll kind of talk about that in another video. We also have, as another new card, the Egrix, the Bile Bulwark, which is a Death Touch lifelink that can look at cards off the top of your deck. Villainous Wrath is a board wipe. We have the new land Multiversal Passage, which you can kind of choose what type of land you want, as well as Detect Intrusion, which can counter an instant sorcery or triggered ability. So we have a lot of new cards in this deck that we're trying out and using in addition to Neach. So let us take Neach, Pinnacle Pariah into the queue and see if we can draw cards for ultimate victory. Let's go. Our very first game is against Omnath, Locus of All. Love this hand in a lot of ways, but we are so short on mana, I cannot keep this. This hand is a little bit better. I think we can try this. Go ahead and keep it. Let's put down our swamp and let's cast Thoughtseize on our opponent here. See what he's got. Atraxa, Swords to Plowshares, Planar Genesis. A lot of big spells here. I'm going to take away the Arcane Signet because that's his ramp. We'll put down the Mystic Sanctuary so that we can get something out on turn 3. Go ahead and put down the Palantir, get that going. Opponent just took 4. Opponent summon Lila back on onto the battlefield. Let's go ahead and get out Jace, and let's send Lila back to our opponent's hand so he can't do anything. Let's keep the mana drain on top. Let's see what our opponent does here. Opponent's bold. Let's go look for another land. Good thing we do have a couple counter spells, and now that we have info on our opponent's hand, we can kind of make that work for our favor. Desperately need a land, so I'm going to use Jace's ability to draw some cards here. Let's put back Shieldred and Bitter Triumph. I'm going to pay the life to get out the unstoppable slasher. Opponent's going to try to swords to plowshares that. I'm going to spell pierce it. Opponent just took 6 more. Jace has really put in some work already on this game. Our opponent knows if he gets out his commander without dealing with Jace, we'll just bounce it back to our opponent's hand. I'm hoping we can cast Neach. Opponents use Toxic Deluge to kill the unstoppable slasher. We're getting closer to Neach. Let's use Jace's ability again. Okay, let's put these 2 cards back. How much mana does our opponent have? 5. His big cards are 6 or 7. We could get Neach onto the battlefield, I think. So let's go ahead and do that. I really want to get our commander out so we can start drawing some cards. Let's get Neach out. Let's put those lands to the bottom. And we are going to draw... Eight cards. We now have 8 cards in our hand. Thank you, Neach. Look at that. That was amazing. And we do have to survive this next turn, but whew, look at that. Multiple counter spells, and there is no way our opponent's coming back from that. Our commander wins the game. Good game. Second game is against Vol. This is a combo deck. Basically, they get out Vol and they get out Trelasara, and then it's like an infinite loop. Kind of boring, but it's a good second game for us to play. I'm going to go ahead and keep this hand. We do have some early removal here for his hand. I'm going to cast Inquisition of Kozilek. Let's see what he's got. Let's get rid of his Chrome Mox. I don't want him having any type of ramp. Let's go ahead and get out our Psychic Frog here. Opponent has a Mother of Runes and a Moose. We didn't draw a land, so that's unfortunate. Hopefully we can draw one now. Well, we did, but it's a tapped land. This is so bad. I'm going to go ahead and cast Dark Ritual just so I can use the Remorseless Coup on the Mother of Runes. That card's just too much protection. That's a new card that we just used. It basically puts a target creature on the bottom of the owner's library and you lose 2 life. Opponent's going to seek a land here. Let's swing in first with the Psychic Frog. Let's get out the Unstoppable Slasher as a blocker. I don't know why he didn't saddle it, but I am going to block the moose. Oops. Opponent made a mistake there. What we were going to do on our turn is probably kill his commander or get out in our set, depends. We were going to use the Psychic Frog to swing in, make it fly, draw another card. I think we could have beaten this deck. It's really dependent upon having the two pieces of the commander and then Trellisar on the battlefield to win. Otherwise, it's just a lot of tutor effects and those types of things. So good game. Get to go first against Pride of the Whole Clade. So this is like a creature that you basically, if you get a bunch of stuff on the battlefield, it becomes very cheap to cast. I do like some of the ramp we have in this early hand here, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I don't really want to give up any of these cards, so I'm just going to hold off here. Opponent gets out of Birds of Paradise, perfectly fine. We are going to kill that off on our turn, but that's all right. Let's see. Go ahead and get out an Undercity Sewers so we can surveil. Land is good. We need lots of land. The total toughness of the creatures you control. Okay. I'm wondering if maybe we wait one turn and then do a Languish to kill off multiple creatures. I think we probably will. Opponent gets out a Sylvan Caryatid. Let's go ahead and put down a land here, and let's get out a Chrome Mox. We're going to get rid of the Quag Feast. And then we're going to cast Languish to kill both of our opponent's ramp creatures. I'm hoping we can get to Neach. Opponent uses an Alchemy card. Let's go ahead and get out the Signet. Opponent is going to seek a land. I'm going to counterspell the drawbridge because it has a high toughness. I don't want him getting clayed out anytime soon. Okay, gets out a Tenacious Pup. I'm going to go ahead and use Detect Intrusion so he doesn't get another land. Our hand is empty here, but see what our opponent does. Opponent has a turtle. Well, hits us for 1. Let's go ahead and wipe the board again. Opponent's going to look for a basic land. Let's go ahead and put down a tapped land here. Oh boy, the Uroboid. That's not good. We do have Neach, so I'm going for Neach here. We're going to draw 7 new cards. So that's pretty good. See what our opponent does now. Put down a land. Let's get out a Worn Power Stone. Just gonna stay back for now. We just get to draw one card there, but that's okay. We've got up some removal spells here, so that's pretty good. Opponent's going to search for a creature card with a mana value of 6. Let's see what that is. Probably Primeval Titan, perhaps? He has a Neach in his deck. Interesting. No, I don't want you to have a Neach, so only I can have Neach, sorry. Opponent's going to swing in for 8. We're just going to let him do that. Opponent's going to try to cast a Great Henge. I'm going to use Strict Serenade on that. You can have a bird instead. Opponent's going to get out the Pride here. Let's go ahead and cast Expropriate. Hopefully. And that is enough to win the game. Neach being on the battlefield got us to draw those cards, and Appropriate is going to get us multiple turns. Or we can also claim one of his creatures, take another turn. We're going to draw a ton of cards, cast Behold the Multiverse, gain a ton of life with Shieldred. Opponent's not coming back from that. So really good game. This hand is pretty slow. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan this. This hand is not much better. We'll mulligan one more time. We're just not having a lot of luck here. I'm going to go ahead and try this, but we'll put back the Narset. This is kind of bad, though. This is actually really bad. Let's put down the Gloomlake Verge. Play the Ripples on our turn. This is an alchemy card. Basically, it's a 4/4 flying with vigilance, and when it enters, you conjure a card from your choice of the planet's spell book. And whenever you attack, you create a lander token, which is a 2/1 artifact. Let's go ahead and get out the Ripples of Undeath here so we can start cycling. Opponent's going to summon a Witch Enchanter to kill off the Ripples. Perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and get out our Watery Grave here, and let's get out the Palantir. I'm still not under any significant pressure. Ooh, Ancient Tomb. Our opponent's probably going to take some life loss here, though. We'll see. Yep, that's fine. Hopefully our opponent brings out his commander, in which case he'll be tapped out, and then we're going to do a board wipe. We'll see. Kiora.
And you look like lunch. The ocean surges, life thrives.
Our opponent is a very lucky person all around. It's amazing. He seems to get every card that he needs. That's pretty impressive. Put down a Castle Lochthwain here and end the turn. We're still not under any real pressure yet. I really want to get the most of the Toxic Deluge. Our opponent has a strip mine too. Sure. I would like to know when I get this lucky at Games of Magic as our opponent. It's pretty impressive. Their opponent is going to... What does this do? Pay 2 life, sacrifice a creature, draw a card equal... Okay. Good thing we've been hanging on to the Toxic Deluge. That's going to be the one thing that's going to help quite a bit. Okay, our opponent's going to get a artifact. He's probably going to start crewing the other station here.
Let's get moving.
We are going to put down a land, and we're going to cast Toxic Deluge for 4. We will get a token off the Skyclave Apparition.
Nature flows with vigor.
Let's go ahead and kill off his commander again. We're going to swing in and hit Kiora for 3. She's down to 1. Opponent has an Arcane Signet. Birds of Paradise. Opponent turns our token into a 0/2. Go ahead and get out Sorin here, hopefully. Hopefully we can draw a land.
Consider yourself fortunate our motives are lie.
Yeah, I'll take a land, that's for sure.
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
I'm hoping our opponent will tap out to summon his commander again, but we'll see. Let's use Sorin to draw another card. Hopefully we draw land. We do not. We draw a Pact of Negation instead. Let's cast Time Warp here. Take another turn. Just not having a lot of luck with lands, unfortunately. Did draw a land there. Let's go ahead and draw another card. Villainous Wrath. This is pretty good. Let's go ahead and wipe the board here. Opponent's going to try to ephemerate his commander, and we are going to say no. If our opponent tries to cast his commander again, we're going to try to Pact and Negation it. Mawari's Wake. That is something we cannot allow to happen. That would basically double all of his mana. We can't let him have that. Fortunately, we have to pay the cost here, but that's okay. We're close. We're close to being able to do something, but we can't, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and cast Thoughtseize on our opponent here.
Not for the weak.
Let's get rid of the Witness Protection. Can do 13 damage to our opponent and gain 13 life back. That would put our opponent down to 3. Opponent has Tameo.
Go. Share the story of Phyrexia with your people.
Opponent's down to 14.
Reforge your memories.
Wallow in darkness, then.
I'm just going to cast Remorseless Coup just to get rid of the creature here. We'll get a token onto the battlefield. I hope our opponent tries to cast his commander again. He does. Let's say no to that. That'll set our opponent back quite a bit, actually.
I love to make a splash.
Opponent's going to exile. But we do get to look for a land. We might have turned the tide here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get out Neach. We're going to draw 6 cards here. Opponent's going to wipe the board. But that's okay. Neach might have just given us what we needed here to pull off a win. Let's see. Hopefully. Gonna station. First, let's put down land. Let's put down Liliana. Let's get rid of his commander again.
You're telling me what you know. Haven't you
Then
ever
we're going to
had
put out
personal
Egrix,
space?
the Bile Bulwark. I don't think our opponent has enough mana to cast his commander again. So he's basically top decking cards at this point. Hopefully Thassa. But I think we've probably turned the tide here. Let's swing in with Egrix. Gonna tap Egrix. How much mana Let's cast Breach the Multiverse and see what we can get here. Liliana, and from our opponent, we can basically get 8,000 things. Let's go ahead and get a Primeval Titan from our opponent. Get some more lands.
Your average zombie horde. Impressive, isn't it?
Let's go for a Hive Tyrant and Mistrise Village. And let's go ahead and discard a card just because we want to build up Liliana. And then let's have our other Liliana create a zombie.
Don't speak ill
We are
of the
threatening
undead.
lethal here. Opponent, you're going to need a lot of mana to tap down all of that. Opponent, can we counter this? We can, because it's a sorcery. Detect Intrusion, new card. And our opponent scoops. Neach turned the tide, got us the cards that we needed, and we just completely turned around that game. It was looking a little desperate there in the middle, but what a game. Good game. Thank you, my friends, so much for watching another one of my videos. This one featuring Neach, Pinnacle, Pariah, or Dr. Octopus in paper, depending on if you're playing on Arena or if you're playing in paper. And I love this card. I love this card. I love a good Dimir deck, and Dimir struggles sometimes to have good commanders. This is one of them. And the reason why is because you get to draw these cards on the turn he comes out. If it were the next turn, it wouldn't be quite as good. He is expensive to cast, but getting him out and drawing all those cards, especially since it's going to be towards the end of the game that you're getting out Neach, is so satisfying to refill your whole hand and have 8 cards in your hand. As of the time of this recording and the types of games I played, I would put Neach at probably a low B power level versus the games that I played. I played against a variety of different opponents because there's a lot of people trying out the new Spider-Man through the Omen Path cards. But I had a lot of fun, and my win rate was very high. The deck list is in the description below. Please don't forget to like. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to leave me a comment down below, maybe telling me about a commander from the new Through the Omen Path / Spider-Man set that you'd like me to look into building. I'm open to ideas on that. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.